Morning, everybody. Coming back at you. It's a Smokey Monday. So we're gonna kind of play everything kind of slow. I know some people's houses are not sealed like everybody else's. So some people have smoke coming into their house. Some people don't. So those of you who have a little bit of smoke rolling in their house and just kind of want like a slower type of workout, that's what today is going to be all about. Working on the movements, working on a couple of bracing things. And if you're experiencing any low back pain, the bracing really helps with that. And so we're going to kind of roll through some of that with our movements. And I'll try to explain that as we go along. Anytime you have questions, please feel free to chime in and just say, I don't get it. Or if you want me to elaborate a little bit more than happy to. I know sometimes in the classes I get a little ahead of myself and I don't always give you guys every single step I would as if we were doing like a personal training session either. So please chime in. You know, it's us. We're all hanging out. We've seen each other several times. And so I hope you're feeling more comfortable in doing that type of a thing. Murphy has no problem asking for a ball. So there you go. Okay, so today's workout, we're just going to do what we normally start with, mobility through the joints. I like working from the top down to the bottom, so let's just start with our little neck rolls. We're going to make little circles with our head, and we're going to go 5 circles each way. I heard Adam gets dizzy, so Adam, go at your own pace, take your time. You're not the only one who gets dizzy, man. I don't do roller coaster rides and fair rides well. So I hear you, man. So I'm going to call this my 5th one, and I'm just going to reverse it the other way. I'm going to spin and go as far as I can. Try to open it up. My neck's feeling good this week. The last week and a half, it's been kind of touch and go. It was just from like the way I slept. We got one more to go. Back and around. All right, shaking it out. So let's start up top now. We're gonna do a little reach up and over, and I'm gonna reach this hand right by my ear. Bicep goes by my ear. This one goes right by my belt buckle line, and I'm gonna reach across with this hand and reach the other way. And so you're looking for that nice stretch in those lats. Work on that breath, big breath out. As you really try to reach, big breath in as you come back up top. Big breath out on the way up. Try not to let that shoulder fall in. Try to keep it open. Reach up and across. And reach. Come on back. And we're going to keep on going. Let's finish one more on this side. Good. Let's wring it out. Let's wring those arms out. I'm going to turn this hand up. I'm going to look at it. The other one's going to go the opposite way as if I'm wringing out a towel. So let's wring out those arms as hard as you can. Roll those shoulders. It's all about that shoulder movement right there. So really just turning them, trying to wring out those arms as much as you can. And turn it. And you can go at your own pace. Sometimes I'll just turn my whole body. I can kind of bend into it too. See if I can get some more shoulder action in there. And really just trying to roll them out. So basically you get an internal and external rotation of the shoulders. Let me go for about 5 more seconds. Finish on whatever side you did not start with. Shake that out now. I'll let my dog back in. Come on over. We're gonna go to hip circles now. So hands go on the hips. We're gonna push them forward, out to the sides and back. forward, out and back. And we're just gonna do a nice little hula. Get our hula on. All right, let's go the opposite way. Let's hula the other way. Slowest hula you've ever seen. Probably the worst one you've ever had to look at too. Push them out. Really push out to the side. See if you get a stretch out there. Hips go back. Maybe get a stretch in the back of those hammies. Forward and back. All right, good. And let's rest there. All right, let's do little knee circles. So hands go on the tops of the knees. We're gonna go out to the sides and back. Forward and back. We're just gonna go 5 times one way. And we'll go 5 times the other way. This is my 3rd, 4th, and I'm gonna reverse it now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here for me. All right. Bouncing on that foot, working on your balance, and we're going to work on ankle mobility. Really big circles with that ankle. Hands can go on your hips, go anywhere you want to put them. If you need to put them out to the sides, go for it. Just work on that little ankle twisting. We're going to go one direction 10 times, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go the opposite way with that same foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's go that opposite side balance, and let's get those circles in there. 5, 6. Try to pull the toes up and out to the sides. Really push those toes down. And let's go the opposite way if you haven't already. Let's go 10 the other way. Got nice little cracks in my ankle every single time I do it on that left side. And all right, I'll put that foot back down. All right, so this is part of the thing we're talking about when we brace. The brace kind of, it protects our spine, okay? Think about how we're structured in our arms. We have bones throughout your arms, throughout your ribs, but then when we come down around this squishy, weird little area here, there's nothing protecting us except for this nice little spine that comes down, hooks up to our pelvis, right? So we have to create our own little structure by making this tight. You'll see some people wear those weight belts, right, to help protect them. That's more of a reminder more than anything for a lot of people. So what we're going to talk about is really making this tight. We want to structure it like our bones are, strong, right? So even most people actually mess up their backs when we pick up small things. It's not when you pick up the heavy things. A lot of times it's when you pick up a piece of paper, a repetitive type of thing, right? And so this is kind of what we do the personal training type of things. We got to give you guys a little bit more information like this. So I'm going to kind of do that today, making it slower, as I said, because there's so much smoke in the air. People are being irritated by it. So bear with me if you will. Making your core nice and tight. So if I said blow out all your air, notice what your ribs do. They draw down towards your pelvis. Okay, we're trying to lock those ribs down towards your pelvis. So big breath in, ribs rise up. Blow that air out, the very end of it, all the way out as much as you can. Feel it get nice and tight in there. Go ahead, press on your bellies. Press through all that other layers that we have. And let's find that it should be nice and tight, even on the sides. If not, blow out some more. Hold it there. You might even feel it in your low back, okay? That's creating that brace around that spine of yours, right? So that little spine with no ribs, nothing to kind of structure around it, we're creating that structure. Okay, the structure is our abs firing, our obliques firing, our low back firing, everything is there. So when we do that, you can also think about Big breath out, drawing down the ribs towards the pelvis. So sometimes I'll refer to things as drawing down. So draw down, draw the ribs down towards the pelvis, keep everything tight, okay? That should make everything nice and tight. So when we get into that squat position, it should be tight down in this bottom position. So everybody squat down with me, and I want you to squeeze and push on your sides. While you do that, blow your belly out so it's going to come towards me. Feel that belly tighten down. Do we feel that? All around. If you feel it squishy somewhere in here, come on back up from that squat. Push against that hand. So if it's firm, 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 oh, I got a little squish there. I'm going to push a little harder against my hand and blow my air out so it inflates and gives us this nice structure. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is just part of the bracing ideas. It's a very quick preview to it as well. I literally took a class that took 8 hours. It taught you how to squat and deadlift and all that kind of fun stuff. So in a nutshell, that's just that's like part one. So when we do our bracing and our squats today, I want you guys to adopt a nice wide stance. We're going to get to a sumo squat position. Wide stance with our feet today. Nice and wide. Draw our ribs down. Keep it tight. We're going to pull ourselves down as low as we can. Get to that nice deep squat. And in this bottom position, I want you to blow your belly out towards me. Make it firm, and we're going to come right back up. Now I can relax up top here, okay? My lifting is done. So I want to come back down, blow out, keep it tight, and it's just a tight motion here. Good, right back up. We're just going to go slow. Keep it tight, squish, feel, push everywhere, and right back up, okay? Squeeze the quads at the top, squeeze the glutes at the tops. Second part of it, shoulder blades go back and then down. So when we say back and down, it's not walking around like this. That's just back, right? So push them back and then push your shoulder blades back into your back pocket. That helps to fire your lats. Now we're trying to protect the upper back. The latissimus dorsi is a very large muscle. Okay, so that straight spine. Shoulder blades go back and down, blowing that belly out. Now we protect the upper back with the shoulder blades going back and down. Okay, so we're gonna do a few more of those. Tight, tight, tight at the bottom. You pick up our piece of paper, we come back up. Okay, last time here, shoulder blades back and down, drawing down. Pull yourself down there, right back up. All right. So we're going to adopt even a wider stance, just like a couple inches wider now. We're going to squat and come back up. We're going to turn this foot out, and we're going to squat now just to that one side, keeping this leg straight. Even in this position here, I want you to keep it tight, and I'm going to push off that leg. We're going to stay on that same leg, okay? Tight. Shoulder blades back and down. I bow forward slightly. Toes up off the floor. Pressure's all on that one leg. We're coming right back up. Squeeze this leg. Squeeze that glute at the top. Back down. You'll hear Adam and I really just kind of accentuate or exaggerate our breath. Good. We're just going to keep working together, my friends. We're going to do 2 more on this side. Okay, work on that shoulder blades back and down. Work on keeping that core tight. And one more time, please. Down and right back up. So think about what happens at that bottom position. A lot of times people's will round forward in this position. Now that upper back is not in a straight line. We're trying to keep that spine in one straight line. You'll hear that in yoga. You'll hear that in powerlifting a lot with people who lift hundreds, if not 1,000 pounds, right? They're all working on the same type of thing on how to brace through here, how to keep that, maintain that nice strong spine. So pause for me real quick. So it's still a straight spine from my ears, hip, shoulders, down to my hips, even though if I come forward. That part is what we're looking for. You don't have to be straight up and down here when you do a squat, FYI, okay? Let's do a Cossack squat to this side now, okay? Shoulder blades back and down. Core stays tight, brace through it, press, and let's come back up. Squat, sit, leg straight, toe comes up, and right back up. Now we're just gonna work with moving with a purpose today, okay? And the purpose is to make sure that we brace. When you brace right, and that spine stays in that nice alignment, you don't get, or you shouldn't get, any low back pain. Shouldn't get any back pain in there. This is our last one here. Good. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, chime in. It's just us right now. Sue, I know you have your wife there. Please talk up. I don't know your name. So, hello, number one. Oh, that's what you're going to say.
Julie.
Julie. Hey, Julie. Anytime you guys have questions, please chime in, all right? So the next motion we're gonna go to will be a plank, okay? So we're gonna go back to that squat position, squat it down, walk my hands out into that plank position. I'm gonna step my left foot up, all the way up, right by my left hand and by my left shoulder. So the knee is by my left shoulder. So we're gonna reach forward, reach back, touch the hip, come right back to where we started from, so we're just reversing it. Okay? We're gonna step back and do the opposite side. Step that right foot up by that right hand, right knees by the shoulder, reach forward as far as I can, reach up, watch your hand travel back, touch your hip, come all the way back. Okay? Go back to that plank, walk your hands back. You can bend the knees. Deep squat position. Is your core tight at the bottom? Stand up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to do that again. Squat, tight. Walk those hands out. Plank position, shoulders still back and down. Step the foot up, reach forward. Reach all the way back towards that hip. Hand down, step it back. Let's go to that opposite side. Reach. Wash that hand all the way back to that hip. Bring it all the way back. Step back. Walk those hands toward the feet. And come right back up. Isn't that belly tight the whole time? We're going to do that one more time. Let's try it out. Tight, tight, tight. Walk it out. Still tight, still tight. Good. All right, step forward. Reach. Tap. And back. Switch it out. Reach forward. All the way back. Tap that hip. And right back. We're going to walk those hands all the way back to the feet. Stand up nice and tall. And done there. So we're going to do a little hybrid now of things that we just did. So we're going to, first time, we're just going to kind of build on what we just did. So now we're going to shoulder blades go back and down. We're going to squat, pull ourselves down, make sure we're tight down in that bottom position, come right back up. After that one, we're going to we're going to widen our step out, squat, come down, up, go to the opposite side, okay? Down and right back up. So walk our feet in 1/2 inch. Ready? We're going to squat together. Belly's tight. We're braced. Come right back up. Feet go out about 1 inch or so. We're going to do a little Cossack squat here. Come back up. Cossack to the other side. And right back up. Back into that squat position. We're just going to move for a full minute. Down. And just being aware of this guy or that gal. Okay? Is it tight? Even in the bottom. I'm still pressing because I have to remind myself that when I don't, and I do lifting light or heavy, my low back lets me know and I wasn't paying attention to it. So they're everyday movements too, right? We squat down every day to sit down on a chair, on the toilet, right? Little things like that. But really being conscious of this fella, this lady, right? What's it doing? Walk it in, nice deep Cossack, especially this bottom position. A lot of times the hips want to roll in, right? They want to roll in and push that pelvis towards that face. And so if we can be conscious about it and be very sure that it's being stable in that position and during that movement, we're gonna finish with one more, guys. Squat it tight. Last one here. We'll finish on the opposite side. Pull it down and back up. Good. It'll definitely let you know, and other folks, I know that too, when they don't do it right, they get very sore there. However, once you learn how to do it properly, it takes time. Life feels a lot better, let me tell you that much. So regardless if you're picking up a 2-pound weight, a piece of paper off the floor, things to kind of think about as we do that, okay? We're going back to that squat position, okay? Wide stance of that squat. Squat it. Is it tight? Is it tight? Am I long through that spine? From the ears, shoulders, all the way down through the hips. Walk those hands out. Plank position. Step it up. Okay, now we're just going to reach. Now you're going to work on some mobility through it. Boom. All the way back. Step that foot back. Let's bring that opposite side up. You're trying to get this foot as flat on the ground as you can. And push that leg straight, the one that's back here, straighten out as much as possible. Up, back, and all the way back down. Now let's switch it out. Walk it up. Give yourself a break. We're going to come back down. Tight, tight, tight. Just being conscious in our movement. Let's just work on keeping our belly tight. Making it tight that whole time. If Adam or I were to come by and give you a little poke in the belly, make sure it's tight. Walk the hands back up to the feet. Stand up. Let's come back down one last time. Tight, tight, tight. Step it up. Reach. Back. And come on in. Step it back. Oh, thanks for the love, Murph. Reach. Back. And walk those hands all the way back to the feet. Stand up nice and tall, my friends. All right, that's all I got for you. Be conscious about those motions. Be conscious about this being tight. It's going to lead into what we're doing next, okay? So, nothing fancy. You're going to grab your 2 weights. If you can have a moderate, you can have a light, you can have body weight. You can adjust as you go along. We're going to do 3 rounds as per usual with our first start setup. They're all going to go for about 1 minute, okay? Each exercise is 1 minute. During that minute, I want you to be conscious about this. All the other motions we can kind of work on, but today we want to focus on keeping a nice tight core. Shoulder blades go back, down. If you do that, can you feel this muscle underneath your armpit fire? So that's even like bring those elbows in and trying to bring them back and down to get those lats to fire. So that'll be another part of it. Shoulder blades go back and down as we squat. Are we bracing through there, drawing those ribs down and extending that belly out towards me and pressing hard. So grab your weight. We're going to do just a squat. So we're just going to squat it up. Body weight, regular weight. This is what I have that's heavy for me, heavy-ish. If you want to make it more challenging for your shoulders and a little bit more on the legs, you bring them up to the shoulders. Hopefully you can see that my sweatshirt on. I'll take off my sweatshirt real quick. So a full minute for everything we're doing.
It's the same color.
I know, I just noticed that. Well, hopefully my paleness will show off like something else. All right. Thank you. All right, ready? Set. Let's find your squat stance. Maybe feet outside the hips. Okay, we're gonna squat it down. Shoulder blades back and down. Nice, good squeeze at the top. You want to finish up nice and tall at the top. Try not to lean backwards. Just finish up as tall as you can be at the very top. Come on down and stand up nice and tall. Try to keep those knees tracking over those toes. So you shouldn't see your knees doing this on the inside. Oh, that's really tough to do, okay? We want to get all your employees working, meaning your muscle groups. We want to bring everyone to work. So by pulling, tearing that ground up with your feet, you've heard Adam say it, if you had a long sheet of paper between your feet, keep going, my friends, I'm going to keep talking. I want you to think about if you're going to tear it up. That'll help you keep those knees tracking over those toes that whole time. Okay, slow and controlled. Check yourself at the bottom every single time. Is it tight if you can? Blow that belly out towards me. Stand up tall. We got 3, 2, and 1. All right, take a little breather. We're gonna take plenty of time off in between. I hope you're warm, but not breathing too heavy. And if you guys need me to go faster, you just holler, okay? We're gonna take about 30 seconds off in between each one. So we work for a minute, you take 30 seconds off. So you get plenty of time to recover between these things. All right, so moderate weight, whatever you wanna do. I'll show you what we're gonna look for. Same idea, we're gonna keep playing with that squat position. I know some of us have little issues with knees, so we can adjust as needed. If the knees start bothering us, we can go from here to here to a right press. We'll do it all over again. Here to here to a left press. So if your knees are fine, this is the motion. Core stays tight. Draw the ribs down to the pelvis. We're gonna pull ourselves down. We're gonna stay at that bottom position for about a 2 count. Pull yourself down as slow as you can. You're gonna hold it 1, 2, tight at the bottom, slow on the way up. Press right. Come on down. We're gonna do the opposite arm. This time, press left, okay? That'll be the idea for today. Find an appropriate weight that works for you. If the shoulders get tired, bring the hands down to your sides, and you can always just do a curl and a press from there. All right? Working for a full minute. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Come on down, pull yourself down. Hold that bottom position. 1, is that belly tight? 2, stand up tall, curl it, press it. If you're Adam or Brenna, and you guys are super strong, come up tight. I want you to rack those weights the whole time, right? Meaning hold them up here. Challenge your shoulders. Hold it. 1, 2, slow, press. Come on back down. Back up. I'll show you a side view. Pull yourself down. Sit down. And back up. You hear me? I talk funny because I'm trying to maintain that position and maintain my brace. So it's not that it's super hard. I'll even do that even if the weight was light. So I know the older that I get, the less forgiving my back gets. Good, and let's bring it down. All right, that was your second one. Take a breather, my friends. 30 seconds off. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to go back to that push-up position. I like that cue that Adam likes to say, try to squeeze the floor with your hands. If you're having wrist issues, it's actually helped me out, Adam, so I appreciate that little tip. I don't think I've shared that with you until today. But I've been trying to grab the floor more to open up my hands so it's not just flat and crunched, and it's a little easier on my knuckles instead of doing like push-ups on the knuckles. So different ways of doing things. You always learn from somebody, right? So we're going to find that plank position in a moment, okay? So we're going to start. Let's see if we can do this. Hi, Murph. All right, beast position. Let's go to all fours. Hands go underneath my shoulders. So if my shoulders came straight down, my wrists are stacked right underneath my shoulders. Knees, if my belly button fell towards the floor, that's where my knees are going to go, right around in that area, okay? So we're going to bring the knees up off the ground about 1 or 2 inches. They're not touching the floor. We're going to walk the hands out into that plank position. So again, the hands are underneath the shoulders. We're going to do a push-up. If you can't do a push-up there, we do a modified push-up from the knees, okay? Same ideas. Stay nice and long through that spine. Toes go down, walk the hands back in, hold the beast, walk the feet back now. Another push-up. Okay? Remember, you can do the push-up however you want to, from the knees or from that push-up position. All right? So we're going to work that motion for 1 full minute. Do as many as you can, but always, again, once we're talking about keeping focus on this whole thing. Okay, making sure we're tight through here. Ready? Set. Let's go to all fours. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Beast position. Walk those hands. Straighten the legs. Come down. Right back up. Walk those hands in. Now we're back in beast. Hold it. Walk the legs back. Hold it. And down. And up. Knees come in. Walk the hands out. Push up. Walk the hands back. Find your beast position. Should look like where we started from. Walk the feet back. Push up. Are we tight in that abdomen? Are we bracing this whole time? Come on down. The push up is just a little bonus in there. Okay, for the shoulders and for the chest and for the triceps. But we're really focusing on our core, okay? Walk it out, down, walk it in, walk those legs out. Are we tight? Are we tight? And back up. All right, there's your minute. Goes by fairly quickly. Okay, those are our 3 exercises. We're taking 1 minute on for exercises, 30 seconds off. 3 rounds total, so we have 2 left, okay? Grab your weights. I hope you're sweating a little bit because I'm starting to. My breath's not too bad. All right, here we go. Grab your weights. Come on back home. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Squat. Blow that belly out towards me at that bottom. Come back up nice and slow. Stand up tall, tall, tall. Shoulder blades are back and down the whole time. Squat it. Blow your belly out. Is it tight? It should be nice and firm at that bottom position. Come on down again. Hold it.
Got a press, Pete, or no?
Back up. Not yet. That'll be the next one. It's just a lot of squats. Yeah, the next one will have that press in there. So first one is just a squat. First exercise is just squatting, being conscious of the motion. Nice and long through that spine. You got 10 seconds. Let's get one more in there. Good. Set your weight down for a second. All right. Now the next one will be Squat, single arm press, squat, single arm press the opposite side. Get your breath, grab your water if you need it. Hopefully this tempo is okay. And if you're not breathing hard, you can always try a heavier weight. Your shoulders feel like it and not everything else does. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. You can rack it, I'm gonna rack it this time. Squat it, hold it, stand up, and press. Squat it. Make sure I'm tight, tight, tight. Nice and long to the spine at the bottom. Stand, press opposite arm. Really just exaggerate. Drawing those ribs down and making a big belly at that bottom position. Back up. There you go. Own each position. And back up. Good. Keep going. Get one more in there. Nice job, Julie. And rest, my friends. Finish on whatever side you didn't start with. Good, Allison. Nice, Dana. And you guys are done. Whenever you finish on that side you did not start with. All right. Now we've got the plank, the beast, the plank and push-up. Come on down, come on down. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3. Wrists go underneath the shoulders, right? Knees go where your belly buttons would be. Ready? Hold it. Core's tight. Walk it out. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Push up. Walk those hands back. Hold it. Walk it back. Come on down. And back in. Walk the feet in. Hold it. Walk them out. Come on down. So just really make sure when we do our push-ups that you get those hands, the wrists underneath the shoulders, okay? That'll help your push-up tremendously. Walk it in, walk it out.
Hey, Peter V and Eric, if you want a different way to do your push-ups, try giving 80% of the load to one hand and just give 20 to that other. Try and do basically a one-handed push-up, but keep alternating back and forth. Help yourself with that other hand.
There you go. Keep going. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and let's rest, my friends. All right. Good. Take a little time off. Grab a sip of water. We're going to return to all that stuff one more time. Think about if the weight was appropriate for you. Can you do a little bit more? Or was that perfect for you? Or do you have to go a little bit lower? That's up to you to adjust that. You've got 10 seconds before we finish up this last round. So we start with the squats. Grab your weights. You want to challenge those shoulders more? Rack it up. So rack it just means come to this position here. Now you can just let them hang, dangle. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Tall, tall, tall at the top. Pull yourself down. Find that bottom position. Hold it. Come on back up. Let's make sure our core stays tight. Blow that belly out. And come back up. Hold it out there. Relax if you need to. Shoulders back and down. Reset. Hold it. Pull that belly out even more. And right back up. Keep going. Use your camera if you can to watch yourself. See the front view? You like that one? Go to the side view. Are you happy with your positioning there? And right back up. You guys keep going. I'm going to come around and take a look. You have 15 seconds. There you go, Julie. Thank you. Fantastic posture. Good work. Good, Allison. Nice, Dana. Good stuff, Brenna. Finish up your last one wherever you're at and rest. All right. Now we're going to go to those shoulder presses.
Should we be inhaling on the way down and exhaling on the way up?
I relax. Honestly, I brace, draw those ribs down, blow all the ribs, blow my air out so my ribs come down over my pelvis. So we don't flare and do this thing, right? That pulls the ribs down. So I'm blowing my air out. I'm holding it, but I can still talk to you, right? I'm still holding it here, still holding it, still breathing and keeping it tight. And I take a bigger breath at the top. It's hard to breathe while you're maintaining that brace, okay? So I always try to reset my brace and my breath at the top because the load, we're not really messing up our hips too much. The body's not hunched over too much, and it's easier to catch your breath, especially with the lighter weights that we're using for today. So I hope that helps out.
Yeah, I always end up like holding my breath when I squeeze at the same time. I can't. It's hard to. I forget.
You keep it tight. We're trying to work on keeping it tight today, and that means holding that breath. You might hold it for a bit, and that's okay because it's only for a few seconds, right? And so I'm not worried about us passing out. We're not going to do like a ton of weight, and it's more just for how do I get your brain to remember how to do that. If you're picking up your piece of paper at the bottom of the position, if you're picking up a toy off the floor, or whatever it is off the ground, your computer, your laptop, your puppy, things that I have all around me. So hopefully that helps out. If you need to take a short breath in between, like I do I can do like a small one as well. Like a small, short breath. Some people get a little lightheaded when they do that, but just take your time next time you go back down, okay? Make sure you get your breath back and then reset everything. Hopefully that makes sense. Go at your own pace, okay? Go at your own pace so you get this one down. Rack them up, okay? We're gonna pull ourselves down. This one we're gonna do the squat and the press at the top now, okay? So let's come on down in 3, 2, 1, pull yourself down. Let's hold it at that bottom position. Is it tight? Stand up tall, press right. Now, if you're feeling good, you can always press both at the same time if you like. If you want more of a shoulder workout today, and up, you can always do both at the same time as well. Try not to let those ribs chase away from that pelvis. I don't need you leaning backwards. So we want to finish in that tall position and not back here. Okay? So I'll show you that side of you. We'll press. Try to finish up nice and tall. Biceps. Finish close to the ears. And we're not trying to lean back far. We're still trying to stay straight and nice to that spine. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and good. All right, the last one we're going to, let's come back to that floor in about 20 seconds. We're gonna start in that beast position, walk out. Adam suggested a couple more challenging push-ups for some other individuals. I think it's a good time to put it in play. All right, ready? We're going in 5, 4, 3, hands down. And let's go, beast. Walk it out. Get that push up in there. If the one-handeds are too hard, think about pulling yourself down slow, like 3, 2, 1. Keep your chest up off the ground about 1 inch and back up. 3, 2, 1. That could be another modification if the one-handed is too challenging. Walk it out. Push up. Walk it in. Walk the feet back. Press up. In. Walk them out. Nice push-ups. I'm gonna do one more and I'm gonna come around and watch you guys. Yeah, about 20 seconds left. See if I can catch some of you. Good, Allison. Good, Dana. Very nice, my friends. Keep going. Whatever one you're at, you're going to finish it out at. We're going to take a minute off in between. Grab your water. While that minute goes, I'm going to show you the next motion. Okay? So we're going to have, ooh, our time is going quick. I think I spoke a lot today. Apologies.
Not a bad thing. That was all good info.
Good, good. So let's use our chair. We'll use our chair. We'll get into that part. We'll grab our light weights in our chair. And we'll use the floor. So we're just going to do 2 exercises just to kind of respect everybody's time limits and time constraints. So I'm going to let you figure this one out too. There's different ways to do this. We're going to go up, put one foot on your chair, your couch, whatever you have that's trusty to you. You can have your weights down here by your sides. Again, to make it more challenging, you bring them up to the shoulders, okay? Same weight makes it more challenging, just bring it up a little bit higher. So we're going to put our foot in the middle of your chair, couch, whatever it is. Stand up nice and tall. Come down as slow as you can. Okay, if you have knee issues and that bothers you, feel free to put the weights down. Put your hand on top. Pretend like I put both my weights down. And on that way down, you put your hands on and brace through there to kind of take the pressure off the knee. If that doesn't work, go to those single leg deadlifts, okay? Help fire up that hamstring, the glute, and that low back with your weight, obviously. So once we do that, let me show you the whole motion. We're going to stand up, come down as slow as you can. We'll say 3 count. 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a little lateral raise at the bottom there, okay? We'll come up, drive up, down slow. 3, 2, 1. Brace everything. Bring those arms out to the sides, okay? That'll be our motion. We're going to do 10 on one side. Then we're going to go 10 on the opposite side, okay? And then we're going to go into some planks after that. So let's get going. Time constraints, time constraints. 3, 2, start with any foot you want to start with. Foot goes in the middle. Stand up tall. Slow as you can go. 2, 1. Make sure my core's tight. Up. So we're still being focused on being strong through that core, right? Up. Slow. Is it tight? Is my core tight? Back down. Bring them up. Drive it up. Slow on the way down. Drop the hips back. Chest comes forward and up. We're going to do an audible, and we're just going to do 8. Let's do 3 more of those. Slow. Core is tight. If you go down fast, that's okay too. Good. Let's switch it up. We're just going to put our opposite foot on there. Okay? Put it right back in the middle of that chair, your couch, whatever you have. We're going 3, 2, 1. Slow, 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 slow. Tap. Drive them up. Up. Slow on the way down. Brace through that core. Make your hips work. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. 3 more of those. 7. Last one here. And slow on the way down. And 8. All right. So we talked about the knee tracking over the toes with the squats. It's the same idea for the chair. I'm going to show you this way real quick. So as you stand up, the knee shouldn't fall in, right? If the middle of my kneecap, my patella, drop down to my toe, my big toe specifically, or the middle of my toes, how about that? Middle of my kneecap, middle of my foot. Should always make that nice straight line. Boom. Okay? It shouldn't do this, right? So now if I drew a line through my kneecap, straight down, it goes outside of my foot, right? It's about 3 inches from my foot. So when you stand, we're trying to externally rotate that knee slightly so that abductor starts to fire. So when I go up, that knee stays tracked over those toes, right? Come down as slow as I can. Should stay in a nice straight line. Not too much of a wobble in there. So be aware of that, along with all the other stuff we have to focus on too. All right. Those are my other pointers for that movement. All right, let's come on down the floor. We're going to do some more planks today. So if I go down to my hands, I'm going to try to pull my hands, slide them back towards my knees. But I'm going to keep them in place. I'm going to try to pull and hold. Okay, pull it, pull, and hold. So we're going to do those pulls for 5 seconds each. If you're beyond me or beyond anybody else, you can go for a longer period of time. Okay, we're going to go for 30 seconds. We're going to kind of pull and relax. When we relax, we're still in that plank position. Okay, so planking, pulling, doesn't look like I move, but I'm trying to pull my hands towards my floor or my feet, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to go for 30 seconds. Come on down to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Let's go. Ready, set, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just hold that plank position. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice and long through that spine. Pull. 1, 2, should shake. 3, 4, 5. Let's do 2 more. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. Those are exercises. We're just going to do everything one more time. If at the end of this you want to do another round, go for it. Okay? Today's just core focused. Make sure that whole thing's fired. All right. It's 10 o'clock right now. Those of you got to go. I understand. Thank you for joining us. If you're still sticking with us, let's get that other round in. Okay. 8 repetitions. Let's get it. In 5, 4, find the middle of that chair. 3, 2, and let's step up. Come down slow. Slow. Get that foot on the floor. Nice little lateral raise. Stand up. Is my core tight this whole time? Bring it up. So feel free to reset your breath when you can. And back down. And remember what we talked about with that front knee. Is it wobbling? Is it steady? Is it the middle of that kneecap staying in the middle of that foot? Or is it wavering? Is it falling in? If so, tear the ground up with your foot. Slow as you can go. I have 2 more. But you guys know how I count. That should be 7. Last one here. and 8. Woo. All right. I'm going to try to show you this view. See if this is any better for you. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Core stays tight. Let's brace. Stand up tall. Slow on the way down. Steady that knee with those hips. Slow. Chest comes forward. Come back on that foot. Lateral raise. Slow as possible. There's 3. Come on down. 4. Good squeeze of that top position wherever you're at. 5. Squeeze, 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 even if the weight's light for you. Ooh, getting a little wobbly on that one for me. 7. Last one, my friends. Drop the hips back. Come down as slow as you can. Last one there. Let's move that chair away, put your weights away. We're going to finish that last active plank position. Remember, plank it, pulling those hands towards our feet, but they're really not moving from our regular plank position. It should feel very hard to do that, and I know I shake quite a bit. All right, come on down. 5, 4, last thing we're doing, 3, 2, and hands underneath that shoulder. Okay, and let's pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 3 more. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay. Good. That's all I have for you today. Feel free to text Adam or myself, email us, talk to us after the end of this session. Let us know if that's helpful for you, if you like this, because I love doing that kind of stuff, going slower, teaching movements, and then be able to kick butt once we have all those patterns down, especially breathing. That thing's huge. Everyday life, picking up whatever it is, pick up your cat, picking up whatever it is, the mail, your Amazon packages off the ground. It can go a long ways. So while we're hanging out, let's just get a nice little stretch. Drop down on a knee, get a big lunging position. We're gonna push this hip forward, trying to get a stretch here. We're gonna reach up, and then we're gonna come off. And we're gonna do that 5 times. Hip goes forward as far as it can, reach up, and reach back. And we're looking for a stretch in this psoas position here. So you might even go all the way up into your abs and back, right? And push. Hold it. 1, 2, and back. Let's do that 2 more times. Push. And back. Let's do that 1 more. Push it. Reach up, reach back. All right. We're going to do something on the same side. So we're going to stay on that same side. I'm going to set my foot back. Okay. Sorry, step my foot forward. And instead of reaching up, I'm going to reach across. Okay. So my left leg's back. I'm going to reach across. Keep pushing that hip forward and back. Push it forward. Find the end point. Push. And then we're going to reach. Try to touch that wall out there. We're going to do that 5 times. Push. 2 more. Push. Let's do 1 more. Push. Good. Let's not go too far from that position. I'm going to grab my sweatshirt, just put it for my knee. Same position, same side. Okay, we're just working on it. Open up that hip flexor. Forward across. Reach up and over. See what that does for you. Okay, hip goes forward. Reach across. Arm comes up and over. Let's do 3 more of those. Let's do 2 more of those. Last one. Okay, now let's switch sides. Start from the beginning. Big lunge forward. Pushing that right hip forward. Reach up. Reach back. And back. Push. Reach. Good. Again. Push. Find that end point. Reach. 2 more times. Push. Up. Reach. Last one here. Big push. Big reach. All right. So now we're pushing, same side, reaching across. So whatever leg's in front, I'm reaching across there. And back. Push it. Reaching across. Let's do that 3 more times. Push. Find that stretch. And then we get an extra stretch by doing the twist. One more, please. Wherever you're at. Good. Now we're going to throw that bonus in there by reaching up and across as we roll across there. Okay? Reaching up and over. Reach here. Push. Reach. And then I'm going to try to come across and back. Right? Push. Reach. Whew, almost fell over. Push. Reach with both hands. Let's get 2 more. Push it. Reach it. Last one here, my friends. Push it. Reach it. And good. All right. I do have another client, so I apologize. If you need to stretch anything else, glutes, quads, go for it. Do your thing. Hope we learned a little something out of that one about bracing. Hope you got a little sweaty. You can see Pete glistening. I don't sweat, I glisten.
Thanks,
All right.
Pete.
Thank you, guys.